When we first started the insurance company, I recruited a husband and wife. Wife's name was Diana. And she sat me down. It's December 31st of 2010. It's 4:50. A guy's coming for me to sign a contract to take over a lease in Woodland Hills at the Warner Center Marriott. And she says, I want to come work with you, but you seem like you're a little bit too aggressive. And I'm worried that, the insurance company is going to have challenges because of the finances, that you're going to have some reckless spending that's going to cost the company to go out of business. And I look at her, I'm like, that's a fair concern. I said, but the part that you don't know, and the only way I can tell you is that there's a lot of things I'm very frugal with, which allows me to make the tougher decisions when we need money, right? Company starts. Do you know in the history of the insurance company, I was never the highest paid guy in the company? I've never been the highest paid guy in the company, okay? Never. Including Valuetainment, I'm not the highest paid guy in the company. Highest paid salary, I'm not in the company, right? But what we did is we took the money and we stayed very paranoid. For example, till today, if I have to pay, AV comes and says to us, $80,000 is the bid. And, typically people who are taking the bid, Uncle Pat's $80,000. I'm like, I'm not paying $80,000. Let me see the bid. No. Go back to them for $62,000. We settled at $65,000. We just say $15,000. Now, somebody may say, who cares about that $15,000? It's $15,000 that you say, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's how we have to go. This is all it is. I say, you sure this is how much the camera is? Yes, and I'll go online. So the other day, guys coming to set up the internet system at our house because we want to watch the fights in the cabana in the back instead of so we can smoke the cigars. And I'm setting it up. He said, it's going to cost you $130,000. Oh, really? Yeah. Which equipment you got? I'm on the Zoom with them, and I'm going pricing out all the equipment myself. And I'm looking, I said, why are you charging me this much? And why are you charging me this much? 3 of the things I was able to save $4,000 or $5,000, but one of the things he gets it cheaper than I do for wholesale. Where I looked at wholesale, like, you notice I can get it cheaper than you. I said, fair, that's fine, but I need you to lower these to this. Anyways, the whole thing ended up being $59,000.
Wow!
To get internet set up in the background.
And what was the initial quote? 100 something.
$100,000.
Gotcha.
But we have the structure where we look at 3 different offers on anything we buy, no matter what we do. I don't think our government is paranoid enough with this debt. I don't think the American people are paranoid. I don't think a lot of CEOs today in Fortune 500 are paranoid. I don't think a lot of people who are saying just take the vaccine or just take this. I don't think enough people are paranoid. How much research do we have on this? I think too many people have become like, it's okay. No, man. No. You got a wife, you got a husband, you got kids. You're the leader of the pack. You need to be a little bit hesitant about what's going on. Do your own research before you jump to conclusion with everything. We've become a little bit too, yeah, okay, yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know what's going on with the mortgage side. So we need to be a little bit more from that perspective. Unless if you're the type of a person, my dad told me something. We had a uncle named Albert, favorite uncle we had. He would come Sundays, and he only wanted to watch one show on Sundays. Do you know this story or no?
No.
He would come to my house, doesn't speak any English. Okay, a Syrian guy, Albert.
Okay.
The only guy that would give me $100 for my birthday.
Really?
Every birthday, and I love him for it. Eventually, I took him to a cruise in Caribbean with my dad. I said, listen, for every $100 you just gave me, I'm flying you out. We're going to have a blast.
Wow.
You have done so much for me. I love you. He's in the hospital. He just got out. I love Albert. Family's special family. They changed my life. But one day he comes in. Albert comes in on Sundays. He says, I said, Albert, the usual? Yeah, put it. I want to watch it in Assyrian. He wanted to watch Kings of Comedy because he wanted to watch Bernie Mac.
Wow.
He's watched the Bernie Mac from Kings of Comedy. If I tell you 100 times, that's a small number. I said, do you know what he just said? He says, no. 2, 4, 6-year-old. God help me babysit these motherfuckers. So we would watch this.
Not a bad Bernie Mac, by the way.
Not a bad. So then he says to me, he says, the 2-year-old, she the shepherd for the devil. Whatever the 2-year-old said. I know the whole thing because of Albert. Because I've watched this Bernie Mac thing so many times. Here's the point.
I'm scared of you, motherfucker. I ain't scared of you.
You better back the fuck.
Come on, motherfucker. I ain't scared of you.
There's no about him downstairs.
Him downstairs.
That's so funny.
Oh, my God.
Why did he want to listen to Bernie Mac? Probably didn't understand
because he just loved his mannerism.
Cadence.
I would say, do you know what he just said? He says, I have no idea what he just said. He's just so funny.
Oh, my God.
So my dad sits me down, and we're in the kitchen. He says, look at Albert. And he says, what about it? He says, just look at him. Look how happy he is. He says, that's the happiest person I know in my life.
Wow.
I said, look at him. He says, be very careful reading these books. I said, why? He says, because the moment you have too much knowledge, you're going to lose the innocence of being happy because you know nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So you
That was Albert.
That was
Innocent.
Albert. So the point you have to choose in life, unless if you just want to live a innocent, happy life that you're just chilling, kicking, and not giving a shit about.
Yeah.
He couldn't even know. You ask him what the Dow Jones is, he's going to think it's a lady next door. He's gonna tell Dow I said hello. You know, but the point is, if you choose to really pick up a book and read, you're going to enter a world of, damn, I better kind of learn to make some adjustments.
Yeah.
But if you just want to live a life like Albert, dude, more power to you. Every family needs an Albert.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.